welcome to Popcorn Dogs, and we are going to rip your face off with this episode.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
exactly. I laughed.
It's because of the name of the movie.
Right.
I think.
Right.
Yep.
And then both of them had their faces taken off in the movie.
I remember
That too.
The one thing
That was a big part of the movie.
Someone's
I
like,
think so.
they're going to have a face off, but here's the twist.
The knife at the end.
when
Their faces.
so
He keeps the kid.
the idea of medical science in the 90s was wild.
Yeah.
Anything goes, man.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
We're part of the Tokyo Beat Podcast Network. I'm Brad.
Hi, I'm Luigi.
And I am Tyler, but I'm wearing Justin's face.
And I am Justin wearing Tyler's face.
And Carly's badge.
They didn't change the blood, but I imagine some wieners might have moved. I don't know.
What was that? It's like, it was his, he still has his own wiener. He just has Nick Cage's face.
Guys, this has a 7.3 on IMDb, a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Jeez.
Yeah.
We did choose to watch it over Jurassic Park, so 92.
Well, the commercials had a lot to do with that.
That is true.
I had also never seen it though.
Yeah.
So I was
happy
excited to watch it.
I was happy to not watch it. But
What was your takeaway
never
from
see it.
the premise, Justin?
Yeah.
Since it was your first time,
Explain the
Mild
core
mannered.
idea of what's going on.
Mild
The core
mannered John
idea
Travolta.
is John Travolta is the best cop in the United States.
Yeah.
And
Sean Archer, FBI agent.
Sean Archer.
and Nicolas Cage, aka what's his name?
Castor Troy
Castor Troy.
is a horny priest.
he sounds like a country music star.
He's first a
Castor
horny
Troy.
priest, and second the biggest terrorist in the United States.
Yeah.
And
He's like
basically,
chaotic
What happens
evil
is
too.
John Travolta gets somehow convinced to swap faces with Nicolas Cage, who's in a coma.
He tracks him.
It's literally the only solution to the problem is
Yeah.
we have to have emergency face replacement
Because
surgery.
he tracks him down, and everyone's just like, God damn it, you're such a good cop. Now that your career's over, because you caught the one guy, the Castor Troy. That was your case. Now everything's over. I'm like, this guy looks like he's in his like late 30s or early 40s. Like, he's still got a career.
Yeah.
And they're just like, his wife's like, oh, you said after you caught this one terrorist that you were going to come home and like settle down a little bit. Yeah, no, I don't.
Because Castor Troy killed Sean Archer's son.
Oh, right.
So
right.
there's been a lot of turmoil in
So
the
he's-
family.
He's been on a war path ever since then.
So we have our FBI agent Hardass, and then we have Castor Troy, and he starts off as a priest, and he just is like, there's this choir singing, and he's just like head banging, and he goes
He's
up
got
to
a bunch
this,
of bombs.
he goes up to this lady choir lady singing, and he's like, fucking hate this, and he like grabs her ass and just howls.
Well, like-
it's the
like
most
she-
unhinged Nicolas Cage
It is.
performance I've ever seen.
Yeah, he like she drops her choir book and is just like, ooh. And yeah, he's like, oh, she's totally into me. She dropped her choir book, of course.
And he's like moving her hair and sniffing her neck. Like in the middle of them singing, like the people watching it got to be like, the fuck is going on?
I mean, that's just a priest.
I think they were Catholics.
Yeah, everyone,
Oh, yeah, so that-
Catholics that were in there were like, this is what you do.
We had
on, like,
another priest.
We're getting a choir and an exorcism. This is great.
This is what you do on Tuesday, Math. He smells one of the choir people.
So they catch him, and he has bombs everywhere, or hidden somewhere.
So I was deep into Breath of the Wild during that part, so I kind of missed. it a
Okay,
little bit.
okay. So
By the end, though, you put
had
that
bombs.
system down.
I was invested.
he had bombs, all right,
Yeah, so he's planted a bomb. They don't know the location of the bomb.
to the convention center or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after a gunfight that involves a lot of aerial movement, there's a lot of jumping and jumping on top of things and off of things.
Flying vehicles, even.
Yeah. And
Big action.
Oh no, yeah. That's even.
My
yeah.
dad, in watching 90s movies, he would always say, like, you don't leave your feet in a gunfight. It's dumb. And I could just hear my dad this entire time. Because I've watched this movie with my dad.
Yeah.
You could just hear him, like, that's not how you would do that.
Well,
Well,
your
I
dad's
mean-
not John Woo.
Does he know anything about how faces work?
This is how gunfights happen in Hong Kong.
There's a doctor just dead eye seriously comes in and says, "We can put his face on your body, and we can move the bones around." It's totally reversible.
But it's like it's the kind of shit that
it's the dumbest concept ever.
if I saw like Chow Yun Fat or some Hong Kong movie where this was the premise, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm in. This is going to be great. They're going to fight. It's going to be amazing, and that'll be it. But this is just kind of a lot of like fast vehicles and guns and stuff, and so it's ridiculous. But then it's not like overly. I don't know. It's another action movie.
You know who could do it? Arthur Morgan. I've seen him skin animals in Red Dead Redemption, and he has precision.
Yeah,
That man knows his way around a knife and some skin.
but can he? But can he act like John Marston and get away with it?
Probably not.
Yeah,
I don't see that happening.
yeah. And to be fair, I don't think John Marston could do it either.
There's so many ethical and moral questions to this doctor saying, okay, he's in a coma.
It's fine.
We can take his face.
It's fine.
Yeah,
He's in a
after she
coma.
puts a cigarette out on his arm,
Yeah.
Fuck
See,
this guy.
he's out cold.
You
Look
kept
at
him
it.
alive? Yes, John Travolta. That's the way the whole system works that you're a part of.
I can't believe we're spending my tax dollars keeping this criminal alive.
You just go up to criminals and shoot them after you catch them. No comment.
All right, John.
Also, one of the biggest terrorists in the United States, and they don't even have him like handcuffed to the hospital bed.
There's a phone.
Right.
There's a phone there.
And to convince him to cut his face off and swap it, they're like, all right, cool. This is what's going to happen, all right?
Okay.
You can't tell your wife. You
Okay.
can't. We're not going to tell anybody in the police force. That way, in case something goes wrong, you're just stuck in a criminal, like a lifetime criminal body.
This is a good idea. So you say I can't tell my wife?
Nope, and you got
That's the first person I would tell.
you can't do that.
Just say you
okay.
got to go away for a
you
week.
got no
I'm a
time.
family man. I don't know if you know this about me. I'm hunting my son down. I really have to tell my wife.
No, see, but this is where you're fucking up because you won't have time to tell your wife because we're sending you to a prison so you can wear some fancy boots.
They say it's like
okay.
Guantanamo Bay because there's like no one knows you're here. No one knows this place exists.
On
and
the
they
bay
give him.
or in the bay?
I don't know.
Okay.
But they do have the metal boots from the Mario Brothers movie.
Dude, those things, like, they gave them, like, look, here's the Magneto boots. They're very important. And he used them, like, twice.
And they don't.
And he uses
they
them
don't-
to, like, ruin someone's junk.
But they don't actually like. They should just like flip a thing and then they can't move. You don't really see that happen.
No, they don't. The cops are like,
They let him fight it out.
yeah. Like, Drew Carey's brother even says, like, hey, because he pulls his punch at the end. He's like, I decide when fights are over. And so he beat him because he's like, you got to keep punching until I shock you. That's the rules.
You know, there's got to be one prison guard who like broke his ankle in a bad ski accident. He's got
Right.
like a rod in there, and every time they flip that switch, he just gets one foot stuck to the ground. He's like, "Fucking not again!"
Don't let up. Terry's stuck.
Undo it. Terry's in there.
Terry,
Okay.
put your foot up on the desk. We won't hit the switch.
All the prisoners start to realize, oh man, whenever Terry lifts his leg up, watch out, the boots are gonna go.
The maker of that prison watched Michael Jackson do that little like lean thing where he like leans forward and his feet don't come off the ground one time, and he's like, "I got a brilliant idea, guys."
It's so ridiculous. They like barely use them, but like they're this like, look, everyone's
Clearly
gotta
a-
wear these things.
Clearly a concept they thought about.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And they just never really gets like,
If anything, they could have had this cool sequence where the wall gets magnetized and they have to walk up a wall
Yeah.
or something.
this is how he gets out.
That
Yeah.
would. I mean, you have magnet boots. Do something.
He gets out in like a firefight eventually.
He just like gets one cigarette and that's enough to get him out.
Yeah.
And he tries to save everyone's lives on the way out while everyone is getting killed violently. Mr. Coma, Nicolas Travolta, wakes up
Yeah.
without a face,
Without a face.
and he makes a phone call, is able to find a TV or like a computer with all the footage of the surgery.
And like calls.
Did they just keep that in their room too?
They call some really good surgeon. Oh, the same guy, but they just go like jack him and take him to the medical facility where he's being held, right?
Yep.
Like they just walk right in.
And is there? I didn't see a lot of doctors or nurses. If a coma patient gets up, something goes beep beep.
I didn't see any
beep, beep.
security.
I think everyone just went home for the night.
Yeah.
Like,
He
surely
was just-
this man will not
He's,
wake up.
he's in a coma. I mean,
He's
you've seen
asleep.
comas before.
Yeah,
You know how these go.
it's amazing.
My whole life, I thought that Nick Cage was just given John Travolta's face during as a child. I thought I was like, oh well.
Do you thought that's how they made the movie?
Obviously, you just have to put the other face somewhere. You're not going to have a guy with no face, so he just wakes up with a different face on.
That's how I remembered it too.
Right. We were all just like, oh God, he has no face.
They must have a bandage because he wakes up and he touches his face and it's just covered his fingers covered in blood.
He unwraps it a bit, but
and when he's when they wheel in the dude who came up with the procedure, the doctor they kidnapped because they need someone to put this face on.
Right.
They show him twice while he's smoking a cigarette talking for 1 second.
As briefly as they can get away with.
That makes me think there has got to be some footage that was left on the cutting room floor of Nicolas Cage without a face, just acting unhinged, and I would pay ungodly amount of money to see that cut.
What did this? This was rated R, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Came out in 1997.
They're like, you can't have that much. That'll be an NC-17 if you show all of that raw intensity from Nick Cage. Nick Cave too.
There's a lot of sexual assault in the film.
Yes.
When Nicholas Travolta
hides here, and he's doing hide stuff, and it's really bad.
Well, and Danny Masterson tries to rape a woman.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's very weird. But he sees his daughter because he's now playing the FBI agent. Nicolas Cage's
he wakes up and gets every.
And she's supposed to be a teenager, right?
And he's
they do
Daddy's changing things around here.
It's a
Dad, you're so different. Here's a butterfly.
And she looks excited that he goes in to almost kiss her. I'm like, what movie are you making, John Woo?
And then they do, she's wearing her underwear and she's on the phone when he busts in, and they do the, foot to head shot up her ass, showing, he's checking her out. I'm like, that's a teenager.
I think she's supposed to be 16 in the movie.
I'm sure the actress is over 18, but that is, the implication of that is gross.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. So then, he is assuming the role of the FBI agent. He's the hot shit.
Yeah,
he immediately gets his buddy out of the prison.
He kills the only people that know about the plan.
Because when you do face replacement surgery, you only let 3 people know.
Also, the whole reason for the plan was to go in there and talk to Nick Cage's brother about where the bomb was planted, because the only way he would give up that information was to his brother, Nick Cage, because he's very squirrely and paranoid.
It's a good way to describe that character.
That plot line goes nowhere. He completely fails.
No, he gets the information.
Does he?
He does, because he was able to get the guy to mention it, where it is, because he needed to know where the bombs were.
Right.
And he gets it out of the guy. And he's
out of the brother?
And he gets it, and he's like, that's it. He's like, fuck off. And then he walks away.
He calls him pathetic.
Yeah.
He's like, you're fucking pathetic.
And that's when Nicolas Cage wakes up from the
coma.
Is
it? Okay. So I was going to be like,
Castor.
Man, it all just kind of, after that, it goes south.
So it did work until all the other things happen. He breaks out of jail, and then eventually they start kissing each other's wives and girlfriends and raising each other's kids and making promises to loved ones.
Yeah.
I promise, honey.
That's so weird.
When this is all over, I'm like, you're really getting emotionally invested in Nicolas Cage's ex-girlfriend.
You said you'd give me a PlayStation 5 for Christmas, Dad. That was your other father.
I promise I will. That kid is relying on promises.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Nicolas Cage is doing a lot of the heavy lifting in this movie. Travolta is not really here.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage has to play unhinged, and then he has to play a normal FBI agent, but he is just losing his mind the entire time.
He has to play a normal FBI agent trying to shed his normal FBI agent copness and become a maniac too, and play his maniac self at the beginning.
I do like the shot when he gets punched in the face by that guy or whatever in the prison, and he sees his brother looking at him, and for whatever reason, his brother is very suspicious that is his real brother.
He's like, I think this was a face-off.
Yeah, he knows what's up. He's heard of these.
And he sees him looking at him like, oh shit, I'm not selling it. And then he just puts on the Nicolas Cage eyes, and he's like, I'm fucking batshit crazy. Whoa!
Oh, he's here. Oh,
I want a cigarette.
Sorry. I don't even know why that guy attacked me. That's because he had a sex sandwich with his wife and his sister.
Oh, cool. I thought Travolta did great, though, too.
Oh, yeah.
Playing Castor Troy in the FBI agent role and just the way his skin's crawling at like the normalcy of that life and the dominant like perviness and the craziness behind those eyes. Like you could definitely, I think Travolta was doing something there.
I think the even if John Woo has this ridiculous like idea, it's not just all about John Travolta. Like Castor Troy as John Travolta, like trying to assume the CIA role, like everything falls apart on him. Like he's not able to keep it together. He's like, oh yeah, we're gonna run things. We're gonna take out, all of our competitors.
He does stop.
It's gonna be amazing.
He knows where the bombs are, and he stops the bombs.
Yeah,
with 1 second left.
He somehow eye fucks a heart attack into his boss.
Dude,
yeah, that's nuts.
That was crazy.
Ultimately, karate chopped him in the neck and killed him.
Oh, it was a karate chop.
Well, he karate chopped the back of his neck, and then like
Judo
people's
chop.
elbowed him on the sternum.
So he went full Spock and The Rock at the same time.
Right.
yeah,
That's as far as you can go, too. Spock and The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the sprock.
Those are the opposite ends of the
Sprock.
spectrum.
Yeah. It was a movie that happened.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah,
Sure.
it is a lot of fun. And I don't think John Travolta gets enough credit for being just crazy in some roles. Like he has the ability to be on a Nicolas Cage level. Mm-hmm. But Scientology just kind of keeps him down here.
I think he was really. You could see him trying to do Nick Cage. I think he can, but like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I was convinced by Travolta, but nothing. When you put him next to Nick Cage, it's not a fair comparison.
Right.
Nick Cage can go weirder than anyone, and he did.
He does. Oh man, that opening scene is something else.
So he breaks out.
He's on that prison is an oil rig.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like a mid-ocean oil rig.
gets to the water and must swim free.
He's dead.
Old Alcatraz. Yeah, they're like, he's dead. No, he's not.
John Travolta's like, well, this is really going to fuck up my plans. So let me see the body. Where's the body?
He's already
to me.
here. Like, you don't even know. He's in town now.
Baba Yaga is here.
It doesn't take too long for Nick Cave, or for Good Cop, for Sean to realize that he can now assume Troy's identity, the criminal life, and go hang out with his criminal friends.
Yeah.
And he's king shit in that group.
Right. So he's like, oh, yeah, I also can move up in the underworld.
He takes some drugs.
Dude, he gets lit up.
And he immediately wants to shoot the guy in the mirror, which is him, but he thinks it's his enemy. It's called mushrooms.
He's still early on in the face swap process, and I feel like maybe he just got a little confused because he was high off his balls.
He sees the boy, the kid, and he immediately thinks it's his own kid. And he starts like crying and holding
Calling
him.
him
Like,
Michael.
Won't let him go.
yeah, I'll never let you go. I love you, Michael. And the
You're
kid's like,
scaring him.
my name's Billy.
You're Michael now, and you like it.
I mean, this is cool. My dad's paying attention to me, but like, who is Michael?
My dad has never hugged me.
Does he go to school the next day and he's just like, hey, everybody, I'm Michael now?
Michael now. My dad said I could be Michael if I wanted to, and I like that name.
He loves me again.
He loves me if I'm Michael.
Okay, well, I think, Michael, that's fine. You just need to sit down. And what did you say about your father loving you again?
Your father doesn't love you. You're crazy.
He embraced me.
That's a big step. We should talk to the principal.
You should probably see your guidance counselor.
Yeah, I think this is a little troubling.
Yeah.
Isn't your dad a criminal? Didn't he die?
And you can
Are
just-
you okay? We had we had a grief counselor in last week for you.
Now he's back. Now my name's Michael.
And it's his face. That's what he keeps saying. I don't know what he means.
on my face.
There's just a lot of intense drama about the criminals and how they affect the people around them. He gives the daughter a knife, and you can just see that the people we are affects the people around you.
You know, an old.
It's so deep. It's just a meaningful film
That's why I loved it.
Yeah.
So I learned so much.
about yourself.
about butterfly knives.
I mean,
Yeah.
whose face are you wearing today is what I would say to you.
Right.
Be the man that you want to see in the mirror. And then
Dress.
shoot that man in the face.
And then take drugs and try and shoot him.
I was saying that, like, dude, John Travolta or Sean doesn't have to really try very hard. All he has to do is just tell them the truth about what's happening. Like, my face was stolen, and now he's running around, and I'm Sean. All he's got to do is just tell them true things.
Like, crazy Castor's at it again.
With a crazy face, and he will blend right in.
If this movie was made today, Nicolas Cage in John Travolta's body would have just immediately gone out and gotten a bunch of face tattoos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck you.
It's considered by many to be one of John Woo's best films. It was the first film he was given major creative control.
Yeah.
These are strange facts to me.
Needs more fight scenes. Needs more choreographed hand-to-hand combat. Some gun fu.
Needs more face swaps, I think.
More face swaps.
More face swaps
Yeah.
is what it needs.
Needs like at least 5.
In the next one, it'd be
Nick
like
Cage gets 2.
the girlfriend and the wife for some reason get
Yes.
swapped.
Absolutely.
And then the sons.
There's going to be so many face swaps if they remake this movie.
Yeah.
There's rumors about it. We don't
You have
know.
no idea.
Yeah. There's a great scene at the end where there's like 20 people holding guns on each other in a church and there's doves flying.
Just more people keep getting out of that scene. Like, and we're here too. We were watching the door downstairs.
And some guy runs in the background trying to put the doves back in the cage.
Dude, yeah. As soon as I saw the doves, that's right. It's like, oh yeah, did John Woo make this?
How many churches just have doves flying around everywhere?
I mean, I don't know. I thought you hung
I
out
don't know.
with
I haven't
Catholics.
been to church in a minute.
Yeah.
That gunfight was interesting too, because when the bullets started flying, it was just shots of like vases and flowers, like, you know, vases being broken by bullets and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't really show any of the people that were shooting the guns. It was just showing the destruction. And then
Intercut with doves flying in front of
Yeah.
Mary.
there was a shot in that gunfight where Nicolas Cage just does like a front flip
Yeah.
Does he?
out of like pretty much out of cover.
Okay.
Does a front flip into like the middle of the room,
It's very cool.
Because he
lands
immediately
on his back and just starts shooting double-handed pistols.
Yeah, because he immediately did the arms crossed thing.
Yeah.
Shot to his left and his right, but with the opposite arm.
Yep.
Yeah. So he was doing some crazy tricks.
A lot of crazy tricks in this movie.
You're right. That final scene was pretty good.
It depends on what you're looking for with the word good.
Yeah. It was fun.
It was a campy, silly 90s action film, which I will always enjoy. It's over the top, pushing the limits of what a performance can be.
yeah.
But I wouldn't. It is an action
Pushing.
film, but to me, it's as much a comedy,
Pushing the limits of it. I mean, yeah.
and it's not meant to be.
That's
So-
the natural trajectory of most 90s action films. So at the time, you're like, this is the most batshit crazy, action-packed adventure I've been waiting for. And then as time goes on and technology starts to look dated and that, you know, we move forward, then it gets funnier as time goes on.
Because the technology is so ridiculous.
And we have to set it up.
It's
We have to talk
completely
about it.
reversible. Who's
Yeah.
going to just cut a face off, put
don't
another face on, and don't worry, dude, it's fine. It's reversible.
We'll hold your face over here.
All you have to do is go through 2 very traumatic surgeries.
Right.
We just have to cut your fucking face off, put another face on.
And they also like
There's bone structure.
It takes like 4 hours. Shut up. It's
they
fine.
also like give Nicolas Cage hair plants so that he
Yeah.
has John Travolta's full head of hair,
They-
and then
they
they
have-
like laser remove some hair from John Travolta and give him Nicolas Cage's hairstyle.
Mm-hmm.
Then they 3D print vocal cords and pop those suckers in
Yeah,
too
that's
because
right. They
you're gonna
got-
have your original voice.
Right. Yeah. Sound like him.
It's beautiful.
You know, and if they make a sequel, it's gonna be they're gonna up the ante even more. It's gonna be like instead of face off, they're gonna be like, so what we're gonna
Tits
do?
off.
We're gonna cut a
Dick
hole
off.
in the back of your neck, right by your spine. We're gonna pull your soul out of your body,
Right.
and we're just gonna pop it into this other one.
That would somehow be more believable to me.
It's like, yeah, brain. We're gonna. Yeah.
I got information here. Paramount Pictures announced in September 2019 plans to remake
Okay,
Face Off with a new
2019.
cast and to remake.
Right.
They had a few different producers, executive producers. In February 2021, it was reported that Adam Wingard Wingard would direct, and the film would be a sequel to the original. So it was originally going to be a remake, and then they said it was going to be a sequel.
2021.
But that was 2 years ago.
And then the pandemic probably either canceled it or
the
pushed
first
it way
one was
back.
canceled
Yeah, and it looks like
or changed.
Wingard currently is working on Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. So I don't think that they have any time to be working on the sequel to Face Off. Great movie.
They should remake it and just have it John C. Reilly versus Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Make it a comedy.
Yeah.
my
face.
You can keep the original script, let them do some improv, and then you can just do shot for shot.
You just need it. You need to make it a Hong Kong action movie. There needs
With
to
John
be-
C. Reilly and Will Ferrell.
Yeah, there needs to be fight choreography.
Yeah, and the young Michael Child will be played by
Michael
Tom
Cera.
Holland.
Tom Holland.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's going to need to do wire work. So we know he knows how to do that. So
I'm Michael now.
Yeah.
So how do you mother for me?
here's Michael. Michael, should we go play some pinball?
Michael. Well, any last thoughts on Face Off, guys? This is just like a nice little mini episode.
It was ridiculous.
Best movie ever.
We'll
It's fine.
see.
It was fine. It was ridiculous.
I've always remembered it fondly, but this is the first time I've seen it in like probably close to 20 years, and it was everything I hoped it would be.
I was not ready for that movie.
Captivating.
I was not ready to
Yeah.
watch that.
Give us the fucking sequel.
Thoroughly enjoyable. For the wrong reasons, maybe at some points. But
Some point, yeah.
my eyes were glued to the screen,
Yeah.
As were mine.
which
I
is
was
a
playing-
good. That's a big sign.
He's gonna have the sequel. He'll have Nicolas Cage is gonna have a twin brother named Traster Troy,
Traster Croy.
and they'll be like, "Why don't you guys have the same last name?" Don't worry about it. Give me a face.
We're half brothers.
He's my half brother.
Well,
half
we got the
twin
same
brother.
map.
we have to rank the movie,
Okay.
and almost all the movies we've done so far are MCU films
Oh, God.
We
So
have-
we're really
and-
high up on the list. Then.
and Barbarian and No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
So
so
we'll start.
below that,
We'll start right in the middle. Captain America: Civil War or Face Off.
Face Off.
Face Off.
I gotta go. Captain America is a better movie.
I would go. That's a tough one.
Civil War. Yeah, I guess.
Civil War is really good.
Yeah. I'm going Civil War.
No. Do what's right.
Brad's got
Bradley.
so much power here right now.
Brad, do what's right.
I know.
We need to keep this going. We can't talk about one. We gotta hear some more on the list.
I'm going Civil War. So we have to rock paper scissors for it.
Well, what's above Civil War?
Well, this is how it works.
Yeah, it's
But
very
I want to know
unofficial.
what's above Civil War because like this could be, it could be so much better than that movie. You never know.
This is how it works.
All right,
and
all
then
right.
it goes up, and then it goes down.
okay. I see what you're saying.
So on shoot, you two rock
On
paper
shoot,
scissors,
rock, paper,
and
scissors,
you
shoot.
say what you do as well, so they
Yeah.
can hear.
rock, paper, scissors, shoot,
And then
thing.
say,
So
yeah,
rock paper, scissors,
shoot.
scissors. Rock paper,
Okay.
scissors, rock.
All right,
Okay.
All right.
all right.
Rock, paper, scissors,
rock.
paper. I said paper and threw rock.
Yeah, we're doing a rematch.
Yeah,
that was really
weird.
sketchy.
That was shady.
That's some
That was
snaps
weird.
bullshit.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, rock.
paper.
Fuck.
Okay, so face off wins.
All right, you
All
gotta
right.
let him. You gotta let him cover your rock
Yeah,
there, dude.
there you go. Thank you. Thank you.
Face
That's
off or Spider-Man: Far From Home.
I haven't seen Far From Home.
right.
Face
That's-
Off.
Yeah, Face Off is better than Jake Gyllenhaal.
See, this one I would want to put Face Off above it.
Yeah, but Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, come on.
I haven't seen it.
So you're
Face
saying?
Off.
Are you saying Far From Home?
No, I'm just saying, come on. It's better than Jake Gyllenhaal. Face Off was better than Jake Gyllenhaal. Come on.
I like Jake Gyllenhaal.
I do too.
Face
but
Off
That was better.
or Captain America 2?
Face Off.
No, Face Off.
Captain America 2 is really good. The
Yeah.
Winter Soldier.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Face Off.
I'm still going to say Face Off.
Face Off or Barbarian?
What's Barbarian?
Barbarian.
Barbarian.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, this puts it at
We have found its home.
our number 8th favorite movie we've
Okay.
reviewed.
All right.
So it's better than some movies, and it's not better than others, but
I want to see that list.
this has been Popcorn Dogs, everybody. Thanks for listening. Make sure to check out all the other amazing shows on the Tokyo Beat Podcast Network.
I'm happy with that.
We need to be outside.
I need it. I need some sunshine in my life.
Oh yeah, I'm very happy. You guys have watched so much Marvel.
Well, we just ranked the first 3 phases of the MCU because we were bored.
Oh God, I feel so bad for you.
We didn't have to do like full discussions on each one.
Okay.
Yeah.
We did like an entire phase in like an hour and a half.
Yeah. That was
Okay.
when Dylan had his hangover.
You still had to
adventure.
watch those though.
I've watched all of them. Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
I don't like Marvel.
Yeah,
I like.
they're fine.
There's a lot about them I like, and a lot of things that it could be better. But
I'm happy I stuck with
seen
it
a
through
couple.
Endgame.
yeah, it's gone down.
And now I'm done.
I saw the Iron Man and the Avengers, and I think all of the Guardians. Well, not the new one, but
The new one's fucking awesome.
I guess see that.
Go watch Face Off, everybody.
Face Off was really
You
good.
won't regret it.
No,
Yeah.
you won't.
Tell us who you'd cast
I'm coming
in the-
around on it
in the
now.
Discord.
Whose face would you want to be put onto your face if you had to
Beyonce.
cut your face
Brad.
off? I don't know whose face I'd want. You have a nice face. I don't know though. That's a big question.
I'm gonna go
Do we have
Taylor.
to trade, or
I'm
can?
going Barack Obama.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Taylor
So
Swift.
that mean he
You're
has
going
my.
T-Swift.
Does that mean Barack gets my face?
It's a face swap is what we're doing.
Yeah, because I've got yours, you've got his, and he gets mine.
Could you imagine how sexy my face would look on Taylor Swift's body?
Dude?
That'd be creepy.
Break so many hearts.
I'm gonna go with Tim Allen.
Yeah.
We have a winner.